introspection, taking small steps, and making a difference. My journey toward building a better community started at an early age, when I would spend countless hours playing soccer with my two young brothers, or playing a little bit of karate with my older brother, after watching many movies about Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi, or just jumping a rope with my two sisters. Bonding with my siblings and building this sibling community helped in tough times when my siblings and I were doubting if our mother was really our mother, because she was so tough on us. Of course, as a kids, we didn't know that what she was doing was making sure we straighten up before it was too late. Yes, she's our mother, and we love her so dearly, because without her strict education and guidance to be more disciplined, we not have become who we are now. So many thanks to her and to my loving late father. That childhood experience taught me not only to take on new initiatives, but also to follow through with my commitments while working on giving, receiving, and compromising in order to find a common ground. I had to do schoolwork, clean up my room, and doing other house activities that were tasked to me before I could go and play with my brothers and sometimes with a few other friends. Later on, when I went to a boarding high school and to the university, getting my work done was motivated by the need to just have fun without having to think about doing schoolwork or doing any other work-related projects. This allowed me to fully engage in many activities through sports, singing groups, church activities, and volunteering here and there in my community. In all these activities, I connected with so many good people who inspired me, taught me a lot about life, challenged me to be a better version of myself, and taught me to push harder while remaining positive, even if in the darkest moment of my life. I'm talking when I was 14 years old, living in Rwanda, a country that was going through genocide, and I had no idea what was going to happen in the next minute of my life. You know, sometimes in our lives we spend so much of our times on things and people that do not contribute to our well-being. After genocide, I became a self-centered person, and I was angry about everything and everyone in the world. I could count with one hand how many times I would speak on any given day, even including speaking to my own family. I had left school, I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to see anybody, and hell no, I would be engaged in any project. I just want to be home alone. While I was still a teenager, getting out of the house was for drinking or smoking, and I became very ill. The turning point came when I went to see a doctor, and he told me he was not giving me any medications, but he wanted me to go back home, and every day I should spend 1 or 2 hours talking to people, family members, friends, or strangers. I was mad and very upset and confused about his decision. So I left his office. I went home and took time to think about it, and I came to realize that it's our responsibilities to take a close look at our lives and ask ourselves, am I wisely investing my resources, energy, emotion where I should be investing? Am I building a better version of myself? Then once you have identified the right place for you to invest, take action and make sure you follow through. I realized that finding the right places for me to invest was allowing me to feel alive again, and was giving me an opportunity to focus more on things and people that really matter. I started spending quality time with my family.
I went back to school and became a very good student. I joined the karate team and I was a very fierce fighter. I joined the choir, even if I know that my voice can scare a baby, but I'm okay singing in a group. I led so many initiatives, and even later on, I was selected to represent about 1,500 students from the Faculty of Science at the University of Rwanda, which led to me receiving a Good Governance Award. Taking on small initiatives and being available to help other people became the motto of my life. And I'm glad that I made that decision, otherwise I would have missed on life. I challenge you today to take time and think about your life and see if all that is your life is worth having. You can start embarking on a journey that could change your life. I invite you to try to do one good act of kindness to one person each day and see how you feel.
It could be an act as simple as making a cup of tea or coffee to your family or whoever you're staying with.
When I was working on finding myself, I had to make tough decisions to dissociate myself with things and people that were bringing me down. I promised myself to live in harmony and to pay whatever it cost to never be bitter again or angry when I have to let people go because they don't contribute to my well-being. I learned the importance of a true and meaningful relationships, and I can confess that I am who I am now because of those relationships. I have been joking with some of my friends and my family how a small boy from a small village of Save in Rwanda can earn a doctoral degree and be the first one in his family to have a PhD, be among less than 5 people in his high school class and college class to have this terminal degree. How in the world, you know? Many hindrances were on my side. Culture shock, language barrier, financial constraints, being homesick, you name it. As they mentioned, I'm the incoming president for the Keene City Rotary Club, a club of about 65 people who get the work done. How did I get there? I have no idea. But I can only tell you that without my community back home in Rwanda, and here where I call my home far from home, I would not have made it. Yes, it took a community to raise this small boy of Save who is speaking to you today. That's the power of a tree community, and that's the kind of community you would want to build. I ask you today to look at your friends list and make sure you connect with those people who cheer you, laugh with you, cry with you, but most importantly, those who go out of their way to help you become a better person. Everyone needs that kind of friend or cheerleader. Share your stories with them. Celebrate your or their achievement with them. And most importantly, have their backs, because there may be time you will need to lean on them, like I did, and I still do, especially during this uncertain time. We are in an era where the social fabric is distorted, and hate is on the menu of what we inject in our bodies every day. You and I can decide to say no thank you to that menu. We can choose to make peace, starting in our families, our schools, workplaces, churches, etc. Starting today, let's challenge ourselves to be agents of peace. Yes, starting from today, and I mean it. While you may wonder how to go about this, I can share with you a recent experience where I was treated like I was nobody, and my presence in that specific community was not welcomed because I didn't meet certain criteria. And according to this person, my presence or absence in that community didn't matter. I know I'm being a little bit vague here, but I think it's good to leave it there because what is really more important for you to know is that this hate experience did make me angry and bitter for a few weeks. However, I remember that being angry or bitter will not lead me anywhere. And I know who I am, I know what I am worth, and I know it's not up to any individual to decide if I should belong to a community or not. In this scenario, I decide to report this person's behavior to those in charge. I forgave the person, even if the person didn't ask for forgiveness, but I did it anyway, and I moved on with my life. So, as we go on with our lives today, let's reconnect with those we have hostility toward. And let's do our best to resolve whatever conflicts may be between us. Let us learn how to say sorry and ask for forgiveness. The culture of forgiving is one of the best ingredients we have in our dispositions to make peace, build strong cohesion, and sustainable communities. When connecting or reconnecting with others, let us go beyond our differences in cultures, races, beliefs, political affiliation, etc. We are all human beings, and I sincerely do believe that we have so much in common than our differences. Take time to get to know the person. Don't judge a person based on your differences, like I was judged and told I didn't belong to that community. Let us learn how to ask questions with clarification and be intentionally compassionate. True story that we have to remember, all of us. We all have limited time on this earth, at least if you are not spiritual. But plan to leave a legacy of love, compassion, forgiveness, and most importantly, a peace of mind that you have done your part. Remember that the meaning of life is to find your gift. And the purpose of the life is to give it away. So instead of building walls because of our differences, let us build compassionate communities together because we can. Thank you.